Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
What's going on, everybody? It is, once again, another show. We're doing it the easy way. I'm your host, Eric Zuley, the Hollywood It Guy. Ready to have some fun with you guys, man. It's 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Shout-outs to everybody that's listening all across the world. Shout-outs to Blog Talk Radio for once again featuring this wonderful show and our wonderful guests on their homepage. Again, we love Blog Talk Radio. Shout-outs to all the fans, all the Twitter people, all the Facebook people, all the social media fans, everybody that's listening to the show, everybody that follows the show, follows the Facebook, The Easy Show 1, and follows WTV Networks and just enjoys the show. We really appreciate you guys, man. We really, really do appreciate that. So, always, as usual, we're going to start out with the trippy trending topics. You know, trippy trending topics. We got a pretty trippy trending topic here. Everybody knows who Chris Brown and Rihanna is. Well, basically, Chris Brown acknowledged Thursday that he's renewed his friendship with Rihanna. Okay, the woman he was convicted of beating on the eve of the Grammys in February 2009. Brown, he's 23, has 2 more years of probation to serve on his felony assault conviction, although the judge lifted and the stay-away order that kept him from the victim last year. And this is from CNN, by the way, guys. This is from CNN Entertainment. The singer sent an unsolicited statement to CNN announcing he was breaking up with Kariushi, I hope I'm saying that right, Kariushi Tran, the 24-year-old model he began dating a year after he was arrested for the felony assault. And this is what Chris said. I've decided to be single to focus on my career. I love Kariushi very much, but I don't want to see her hurt over my friendship with Rihanna. I'd rather be single, allowing us both to be happy in our lives. And if you guys want to go to Yahoo and you want to go to the trending topic there, you can read more about that. But basically, Chris and Rihanna are cool now, and you know they're doing their thing. And you know, Chris Brown is one of the spokespeople and very much involved with the QB thing that we're doing, QB.com, and you know we're doing an event with him on October 20th. So I thought we'd throw that out there and give you guys the info on that. So, yeah, Chris Brown and Rihanna are definitely cool now. So, all right, guys, want to say thank you so much to everybody, as usual. You know, I mean, we got a couple callers. As you guys know, we're going to start taking the calls probably around 12:30 or so. We'll be taking the questions and answers and calls. We had a really awesome time yesterday. We went and we supported a really cool charity, the Union Rescue Mission for the homeless. The Union Rescue Mission actually rehabilitates the homeless and actually puts them out there, gets some jobs, and really changes their lives. And we were on the rooftop yesterday for Evening Under the Stars, Heroes for Hope. And I believe Jan Perry, the councilwoman, District Number 9, I hope I'm saying that right, District Number 9, was being honored for her wonderful help with that charity, and then also Estella Lopez was being honored. So I was there at the table, and we covered that. We did a lot of fun stuff there, and you guys can go to HollywoodItGuy.com. You can go to WTVNetworks.com to see that story and see all that information. It'll also be on PR Photos and World Entertainment News Network. You know, a lot of people came out. Shout-outs to everybody that came out and supported that, all the people with Wells Fargo and Toyota and all the corporate people, and also Ambiance Magazine. My man Jonathan did come out and support that, so you'll be seeing that on Ambiance Magazine as well. A lot of awesome stuff happening, guys, with WTV, and you guys are finally going to be able to actually watch our stuff on Channel 132 on your touchpad or your mobile phones. All the stuff that you've seen on our YouTube and throughout the years, we're putting into episodes. We're going to be airing lingerie basketball. We're going to be airing beauty contests and beauty pageants and tons of stuff we're setting up for you guys. It is going to be the exclusive entertainment channel for content that you have never seen before, in ways you have never seen before. I am the Hollywood It Guy. People are calling me the Where's Waldo of Hollywood. I'm always popping up in cool situations where you guys are going to be able to hang out with all of those situations now on Channel 132 on Open Vision Networks, WTVNetworks.com. It's going to be I'm anxious to introduce our wonderful guest, and we'll get to him in a second. But remember, guys, the lines are open around well, man, we have about 7 calls right now. We're going to get to you guys, I promise. But I just want to make sure we get a good amount of time and get the right info with our guests. So the lines are going to be open around probably 12:20, 12:30, 347-215-8709. 347-215-8709. And while you guys are listening to this show, if you want to go to WTVNetworks.com and click on Who's Hot Radio, you can actually see the page that we did for our wonderful guest, Quinton Aaron from The Blind Side. And, without further ado, before I introduce him, I also want to say I appreciate this guest, not just as a guest, but as a friend of mine. I've known for a while. He's always supported me. And we've done a lot of awesome things together, and I'm very proud of him. And I'm very proud to have him on my show and really be able to talk about some stuff that, he's got an awesome charity coming out and really, really cool stuff we're going to be talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and give him that red carpet treatment. And I did steal this idea from EOTM TV. It was so cool I had to pull it. So we're going to give him that red carpet treatment. Mr. Quinton Aaron. Quinton Aaron's on the line. How you doing, Quinton? Are you there?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
What's up, brother? Man, you're doing everything. You are Quinton Aaron, and I appreciate you being on the show. I appreciate the time. I know you're always on set. You're always doing something. You're a hustler, man. You're not just an actor, but you're a hustler. And I know you personally, and you're making those moves, But we have a lot of listeners. And again, we want to thank Blog Talk Radio for featuring this on the homepage. A lot of our Facebook fans, Twitter fans, they want to hear from you, brother. So. What was, tell us, you growing up, man, tell us the life of Quinton before he was an actor. What did you go through? I know you've gone through some struggling times, and I was reading that you actually almost were homeless before you got your role, and it's like your whole life changed. So tell us about the Quinton Aaron before he became Quinton Aaron, the superstar.
Quinton Aaron growing up. I basically, born and raised in New York. Grew up in the church, always went to church, went to school, took care of my mom and my younger brother. I pretty much had to grow up ahead of time, I was a teenage adult for the most part. I grew up singing first. That was my first love. Even though I've always wanted to be an actor, but I didn't really start acting until like 2006. What else is there? I used to do bodyguard and bouncer work after high school. I went to high school in Georgia. I moved back from Georgia to New York after graduation, and I think that year I auditioned for American Idol. This was in 2004. This is the year after the Stuttered one, so I didn't really go that far. And then I started doing security work. I worked at a lot of clubs in New York. I did bodyguard some big reggaeton artists. I did a lot of private security for some movies and stuff like that, and just kind of like got my foot in the door, and blew up with the acting.
Yeah, man. I know you had a pretty struggling time. From when I was researching, you grew up in the Bronx area, and I saw on ABC, I think it was, you had a kind of a little video documentary about how you grew up, and it seemed like it was a kind of a tough life in the beginning. And then, what was that first thing that got you the role? You know what I mean? That got you that opportunity.
It was my mom, actually. She was my manager at the time, and trying to find me work, online and everything. She would be up from day to night online, just looking and submitted me for work. And I was working on a student film in Brooklyn at the time, and she called me and told me she had a big audition for me. And when I got home, she showed me the breakdown of what it was and asked me what I thought. And I said, this is perfect. This seems like the perfect project for me.
Wow.
And so, we basically from there just, she submitted me for it. She wrote a touching letter to the casting directors, and they wrote her back within 30 minutes. I had the audition. In that audition, I had all of the casting directors in the room crying, and it was crazy because I've never seen that. You know, you go into, as an actor, everyone knows as an actor, if you go into an audition, they don't show any emotion. You go in, you do your lines, they say, thank you, that's all we need for now, we'll be in touch. You walk out, it's over. You're supposed to forget about it. But when I finished those scenes, it wasn't a dry eye in the room except for mine. And like the head casting director, Tracy Twinkie Bird, she walked up to me and gave me a hug and said, "We found out Michael." And, you know, it was just from there, I was just like, wow. I was shocked. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, wait, what? I thought I was being punked or something. It was crazy. And, you know, from there, the director loved it. He flew me out to L.A. to meet him, and that was my first time in L.A. and on a plane. It was just crazy. I was nervous as hell because I've never flown before. I've always been afraid of flying, and said that I'd never get on a plane without a parachute. And, you know, when it dawned on me that I was actually on the plane with no parachute, that's when I got scared.
Yeah, but like, so I mean, and then so you obviously booked the role, and then what? Did you know that Sandra Bullock and all those big actors and all that stuff was going to be in the movie, or were you just auditioning for the role at the time?
No, yeah. When they first cast me for the role, they didn't have Sandra locked down yet. I mean, they were still in talks with her, but when they first heard about the role, no one else was attached to it. That was the first person they attached. They had said at the time, this movie won't work if we don't find the right person to play Michael. So they were more concerned with locking down who was going to play my role than they were everyone else. And I heard that at first they were in talks with Julia Roberts, but I don't know. I guess she turned it down or whatever. And Sandra
big mistake. So Julia Roberts was up for it first, and she turned it down, and then was Sandra next, or were there other people?
No, I think it was just Julia and Sandra.
And then you found out. So how did you feel when you found out Sandra? But you were going to be playing opposite to Sandra as a star of a major movie. And at the time, Sandra was pretty big. You know, that must have been a couple butterflies in the stomach.
Oh yeah, I loved it. It was. I was shocked because honestly, I thought that Kira Sedgwick would play a good Leanne Tully. I'd never seen Sandra Bullock as being Leanne Tully. And it was basically because of the hair, but she did it. She killed it, and I was just like happy to be working with her. I love Sandra Bullock. I've been in love with her forever. So it was just when I found out that she was going to be playing opposite me, or I was going to be playing opposite her. It was just wow. I was amazed, and it kind of like at times felt like it was too good to be true, or. I wasn't, let's put it this way, growing up, I was never really used to great things happening. So I didn't really get that, excited or overly excited or anxious until the day I met her, which was Easter in 2009. And when I first saw her and I walked in the room and she got up and came and hugged me, it was like we've known each other for a while, and it was just, from there, it was like, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah, because like in the... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, I was just saying that was the day it actually hit me, that this was actually happening.
Yeah, because like in the movie, you guys like really, I mean, if you guys are listening and you actually watched The Blind Side, and if you haven't watched it, I strongly recommend you watch that movie because, I mean, it won awards, it was nominated for a reason. Like you and her clicked so well, and also what was the little boy's name in the movie that you played with?
SJ. His name in the movie was SJ, but his real name is Jay Head.
Okay, so SJ and Jay Head. Yeah, I mean, you got like the whole movie, like I mean, and I got to commend you, bro. Like you really acted out that that role, like I felt like, you know, you knew them, you know, you were family. Like I felt your role, you know, and then you and Sandra really clicked, and you guys, it seemed like that was like a foster mom to you, you know, and so what about after the movie? You know, are you still friends with Sandra to this day?
Yes, definitely. We still, you know, keep in touch and chat from time to time. And, you know, she's an awesome individual, beautiful person inside and out. And she's, you know, just been nothing but great to me.
Yeah, I know, and I saw a lot of stories about Sandra when she was pregnant, and you knew about it, and everybody wanted to interview you. Everybody wanted to talk to you about that. So you guys are pretty close.
You mean when she adopted a baby?
No, I'm sorry. When she adopted, it had something to do with the kid, the adoption. I'm sorry. I was thinking about another show I did. My bad. You're right. Thank you for setting the facts straight live on air with everybody listening here. But when she adopted the baby, and you knew about that, you know, and so you guys are pretty close then, huh?
You can say that, yeah. You can say that.
So
pretty cool.
Do you mind if I ask? Is there any chance of you guys doing another project together? Has there been any talks about you guys working together again?
Well, you never know for the future. But right now, I think she's just focusing on being a mom. You know.
Yeah, I commend her, man. She's
definitely. I mean, she's awesome. I know she's an awesome mom. You know, she has nothing but love for that little baby, so little boy. So I know that she'll do great and everything. You know. So, well, if it's meant to be, we'll work together again one day. I would definitely love it.
It's all in God's hands, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just to have her a friendship it means the world to me. So, you know, whether we do or we don't, I'm good.
Now, when you were doing the role, you had you had to lose weight. You were at 472 pounds, and you went down to 372 pounds for the movie. You know, how did you do that? That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it was a lot of weight. You know what's funny? It was basically the fact that I got cast in this feature film as the lead, then given this new life to live, this new opportunity to, you know, do great, and a trainer and a nutritionist who cracked the whip on me every day for 11 weeks straight, 2-a-day practices, eating 5 meals a day. So it was all of that factored in together and made me lose 100 pounds in 11 weeks.
Wow, man. I know, and like you can totally see the difference. So that was a hardcore boot camp for you for 11 weeks. But I mean, you probably had so much excitement and so much motivation to get that, to do what you got to do for that role. You would have done anything, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. Well, so now I know you were a guest star in One Tree Hill. Do you want to talk a little bit about your character? You played an athlete in One Tree Hill.
Well, yeah, my character in there, I guess you say he played an athlete, but there was actually never really any sport involved. It was more like a college student who was taking classes with Nathan, a.k.a. James Lafferty. We had classes together and kind of became cool and started to kick it. And, you know, I just hung around for a couple episodes. And I would have loved to have done a full entire season with the show. It's been my favorite show since the start. I've seen every single episode of all 9 seasons. So it's like, just to be on that show is cool. And it's crazy because it came about because a couple of years ago, I was at the E20th anniversary party at Dre's in Hollywood, and I met Sophia Bush, who plays Brooke on the show, and like we literally were big fans of each other, so we ran and gave each other a hug. I picked her up off the floor. It was cool. And, you know, from there, we just, like, kind of exchanged info, kept in touch. And, you know, a couple months later, I'm getting called to do a couple episodes of One Tree Hill. And it was awesome.
It's pretty cool how that happens, huh? Like you go to an event or you meet somebody and like somebody knows somebody and somebody knows somebody, and then you get that call and something ends up happening. Yeah, you've had a pretty exciting life with the Hollywood parties, huh? I know you've been to the White House. You know, you've been at some of the biggest red carpets there is. Talk to us about some of the red carpet experiences you've had.
I have definitely been on a lot of big red carpets. The first one ever was mine for the premiere of The Blind Side. That was just a surreal night for me, actually. It was in New York. I forgot the name of the theater, the Zangerfield or something, in Manhattan. And that's where we had the premiere for The Blind Side. Now, it's one thing to walk on a red carpet and be photographed, but to have hundreds of photographers your name, everyone screaming your name, Quinton, this way, this way, this way, flashing lights going off, and your posters up everywhere with you on it, and you're just like the main attraction. That's just wow. I mean, I feel like it's something that, you know, if everyone was to at least experience once in a lifetime, they would feel, you know, so complete. It's amazing. You know, to be doing something that you love and to have something like that come out of it is just, you can't even really express it with words.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember when we kicked it at Millions of Milkshakes, and we still have the video, actually. If you guys want to go to WTVNetworks.com, click on Who's Hot Radio, and click on Quinton's page. There's an interview where you're basically talking about how you're going in, and I mean, you're going there to support another celebrity, and I want the listeners to actually go to the page so they can know which celebrity we're talking about. But you were just coming to support, and you came to support us, and you came to, you know, to support the charity that was involved, and there was another person that was getting a milkshake, and it's like you upstaged and you kind of took the spotlight from that person. You remember that when everybody was like, Gwen, Gwen, Gwen? Everybody went crazy that you were there?
It was very unintentional. I did not mean to steal the spotlight. But I think she you know, still had a lot of her own spotlight, you know. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. And, you know, even though a lot of people were there to see her, I was there to, you know, a lot of people wanted my picture, but I wanted hers. So, so she's cool people, and we're actually real good friends as well. So, you know, it's definitely a fun night going there to support her and getting a good milkshake at the same time. So.
Yeah, then they made you a milkshake too, right?
No, actually, I never got one made.
What? We're gonna have to go beat them up. All right. So talk to us, man. I know that you know, went to the White House, and you know, talk to us about the White House, being in D.C., what that experience was like. You know, you were going in there, and you were supposed to meet the president, and I know that tons of people interviewed you, Access Hollywood, and everybody was going nuts on you. I mean, that was a big accomplishment. I want to make sure we feature that to the listeners.
Well, see, the White House, the CNN White House Correspondents' Dinner was actually a very cool dinner to attend out in D.C., which it was actually at, I forgot the venue, but it was a real cool event to attend, where I was in the same room as the president, but I never actually got a chance to meet him, because so were like thousands of other people in that same room. So, but you know, just to be in the same, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, just to be in the same vicinity as the president, it was just cool. It was, you know, I was, you know, I'm a big Obama supporter, and you know, just to see him in person, live in person, was cool. You know, to see that. And I actually hear that his daughters are big fans of mine, which I've heard through the grapevine. They love the movie and you know, fans of mine. So that's pretty cool. You know, I'm super excited about that. And
yeah.
Also, while we're on the subject, and I just wanted to take a couple seconds out to tell everybody to get out there and vote this year. What's today? Let's see. What's today's date?
Today's October 5th. The 5th.
October 5th. I don't know the deadline for California, but if you haven't registered already, please get out there, register to vote, and go and vote. We all have to do our part in letting our voice be heard because our future depends on it, literally. I'm definitely going to be out there placing my vote, and I encourage you all and ask that you all go out there and do the same. Do your part, and let's, make it happen. The next 4 years depend on what we do or don't do. So let's go vote. And,
I agree.
That was, definitely. I just wanted to drop that out real quick.
Did you catch the debate?
I actually didn't because I was flying back from Florida during the debate. I know, it's a long time to get a flight, but it was either that one or, I would have missed this call.
Yeah, well, and I gotta say, man, I really appreciate. I know you're doing a lot of things, and I know you're. If I can get into the other side of Quinton, you guys, everybody that's listening right now, Quinton started out as a major actor, in a major film with Sandra Bullock, and I believe now you're getting into producing. You're getting into some cool projects. I know there's a lot of great things on IMDb, and I think that's why you were flying in. You were flying from the project you're producing. Am I correct?
Well, actually, I was in Florida actually jump-starting my foundation, the Quinton Aaron Foundation.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I am producing. But I just launched my own foundation dealing with, we're trying to end childhood obesity and prevent bullying. We're trying to stop bullying altogether. I feel like the two coincide together because the majority of kids that are getting teased and bullied is mainly because of their weight, their physical or their outer appearance. And these are issues that really, really, really have to stop. And I feel like a lot of different people have to stand up and take part in making this stop. It's a group effort. It's not any one single effort. Like, these kids go through so much torture to the point where they're taking their own lives because they really feel like there's no one there to help them, no one that cares enough to get up and do something to stop what these kids are putting them through. And then when you have kids that are so hard-headed, that are so hateful, that they pick on someone to the point where that's what they want to do with their lives, it's ridiculous, and it's something that really has to stop. So my foundation, basically, I want to help, first and foremost, I want to help all the kids that are, how you say it, because of their outer appearance, they lack, confidence, or they have low self-esteem issues because they may be overweight as a kid. I want to help them, feel great about themselves. I want to help them get in shape, be healthier, and just, love their lives, love themselves, and no matter, regardless of what people say about them, just, grow a thick skin, because in this world, in this day and time, not everybody is going to like you. I understand there's people out there in the industry that, in the world that doesn't like me. I don't expect everyone to like me, but as long as I love me, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I'm a Christian. I was born and raised in the church, and I understand that you cannot depend on man because it will always let you down. So I just want to basically do what I can to help these kids cope with whatever it is they're going through, be it about their weight, their size, or people picking on them. Because at the end of the day, they're the only ones that can stop that. You can't, it's not much the teachers can do, because if the kid picking on the student isn't scared of the teacher, they're not going to stop doing what they're doing because the teacher said, stop. Okay, cool. You're going to send me home? So, if the parents aren't stepping up to make sure that their kids stop bullying, there's nothing much the kids, the teachers can really do, and honestly, the students, you know, it's either you grow a thick skin, or get back at them. When I was in school, I didn't, I got bullied some when I was in elementary school. My mom would always tell me, yo, you stick up for yourself, you defend yourself, because you're the only one that can make it stop at the end of the day. Don't worry about getting in trouble. Do not let people take advantage of you. And that's the way I was brought up and raised. Not saying that that's what everyone should do. I'm just saying we have to come up with ways to stop this, because kids should not be taking their own lives and killing themselves because of what someone else is doing to them. That just has to stop. And that's the reason why I started my foundation, to hopefully come up with ways to put an end to that.
I agree, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, you got it.
Well, I was going to say, I agree, and you know, the Easy Way movement and WTV Networks is fully 150% behind you in that. We also work with a charity that promotes teen self-esteem. I work with a company called Bellaboo that actually works with tons and tons of teenagers. In fact, if anybody that's listening wants to go to theeasyshow.com and look at the video that's being promoted right now, there are kids that are a little bit obese, but they're saying some really positive things on you know, steps to deal with that. And what steps? Like, let's say there's people that's listening right now that are a little bit overweight and you know, might be interested in your charity. What steps are you going to do to help those people? What is your charity, you know, mainly focused towards with that?
It's a new charity we just launched. We have the website up, which is www.quintonaaron.org, and you know, we're definitely going to come up with a lot of ways to help. I want to reach out to the inner support a lot of things, and we want to do things with, like, we're teaming up with other, you know, companies and charities and whoever wants to help support. And we want to, you know, like, provide packages of foods from Whole Foods. If we got to go out there and buy the packages ourselves and get it to these families, and just, you know, it starts at home. So we want to get these families, these parents, cooking the right foods they need to cook for their kids. You know, you shouldn't have a 12-year-old kid that's 250 pounds walking through school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It starts at home. Get your kids eating the right foods. Get your kids eating the right things. Get them active in some sort of program, whether it's self-defense or sports or any activities. If your kid cannot feel good about himself on the inside, how do you expect him to feel good about himself on the outside? And if he doesn't feel good about himself at all, he doesn't have the confidence he needs to go through life. He doesn't have the motivation or the ambition to go through the day-to-day, you know, as he should. So we want to basically start at home. Build your kids up. Make them feel like they're the greatest person to walk the earth, because you should feel that way about your kids in the first place. You know, I gotta give you a
round of applause, man, for those words, because that is so true. That's so true, and it does start from the homes. It starts from the families, and we have a lot of callers that have been anxiously waiting to talk to you and talk to me, talk to the show, and we want to get their opinions on your charity or whatever questions they have. So we're going to go ahead and answer 805-9446. If your last numbers on your phone is 9446, you are live on air on my show with Easy and Quinton. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Barbara, and I'm calling from Oxnard, California.
Oh, hey, Barbara. Do me a favor and turn down your feedback, the show that you're listening to, so we can't hear that when we're talking.
Oh, no, it was just my earphones. But yeah, how's it going, guys? Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah. So you're on the line with myself and Quinton Aaron. And what question do you have? And looking forward to your question.
I just wanted to ask you more about your charity and see. I didn't hear the website really well, so I would like for you to repeat it if you don't mind.
Yes, no problem. It's www.quintonaaron.org.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now I just wanted to say that, it's really good to see somebody like yourself, that you're a celebrity, advocating for kids, that don't have a lot of self-esteem. And I just want to, congratulate you on that, because there's not a lot of celebrities that are giving back like that. And also let you know that, I really enjoy your performance in the movie. And, I lost my voice recently, so I apologize if you guys cannot hear me very clear. But, I just wanted I just wanted to say that. And, I work with Easy, too, with Eric, so I would love, if there's an opportunity to meet you in person and, talk more, because I know this is a short, show or whatnot. And I just wanted to say that, and I just wanted to put a quick call and tell you that, I really feel the positivity that you're giving out there. So it's really good, it's really refreshing to see that. So thank you for that.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Bobby. Yeah, if you see any tweets about it or anything, retweet on Facebook. I know you're really good about that. And we definitely want to support Quinton's charity as much as possible. Thanks for calling in.
All right, no problem, guys. Have a good day. Bye.
All righty. So we have another caller. We have a caller 323. Last digits 3686. So if your last digits is 3686, you're on air with Easy and Quinton. How are you?
Hi, this is Shawnette in Las Vegas. How are you?
Hey, Shawnette, we're great.
Great.
Las Vegas, one of my favorite places.
We have a lot of fun here all the time. I just wanted to say to Quinton that, again, I like everyone else, I'm sure, listening, I admire the fact that you have formed this foundation. Eating the right food and cooking, knowing what foods to cook, fresh fruits and vegetables in season is really important. What is the best way that someone like me can support your foundation? And then the other question I had was, Sandra Bullock is America's sweetheart, but tell us something about Sandra that we wouldn't know unless we were close to her as you are, Quinton.
She's a pretty good dancer. She likes rap music.
Okay, and what's the best way to support your foundation?
Well, if you go on the website, which is actually up and running now, www.quintonaaron.org, there is links on how you can get involved if you want to get involved. We still have a lot of work to do on the website because it's new. We just launched 2 days ago. And, I'll be posting up videos. From time to time, there'll be contests that'll come up where, we'll, go to the homes of a family and, spend the day with them or, bring meals and, help out around the house or stuff like that. But this is all up and coming, so we're accepting, any support, any, help from anyone who wants to give it. And you can check out the website and see how to do that. And, we appreciate everything. We appreciate all the help. Again, like we said, this is a group effort. We can't do it alone, but we realize, it takes a village to raise, one person. So we have to come together, and everyone has to be on one accord for this cause.
Well, sounds like you started the ball rolling. Easy, I just want to say I love your show. I don't get to listen in all the time, but when I do, I always feel as if I've become closer to whatever celebrity or artist that you have on. So thank you for the show.
Oh, thank you so much. And just out of curiosity, do you mind we ask what you do? And you're in Vegas, so I'm always curious what people do in Vegas.
Well, I'm a celebrity publicist. I work with entertainers. I also work with politicians. I do have quite a bit of experience working with the administration in Los Angeles out of the mayor's office. So I'm very happy to say that, politicians and entertainment keep me busy.
Awesome. Sounds like you have an exciting life. Well, thank you so much for calling in and supporting, and follow Quinton, follow me, and we will follow you back. Right, Quinton?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Thanks.
Have an awesome one.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, and we have a couple other callers, but Quinton, I want to get into a couple. I mean, I'm looking at your IMDb here, and it looks like you got a couple new movies here. It looks like The Appearing, as in post production. You got 1982, is in post production, and Broken Doll. Talk to us a little bit about these projects coming up. Beauty of IMDb.
I know, right? Well, earlier this year, I did a couple of independent, low-budget projects for some friends of mine, in which The Appearing, the first one, for a friend of mine named Will Wallace. He had this ghost story, this movie that he was doing, and wanted me to play, a cameo role in it. So I did like a 2-day shoot, which was cool. It was fun. First role I've ever played like that, and I had a minute and a half make-out scene, so it was...
Oh, that sounds like a fun role.
Yeah, it was nervous. It was nerve-wracking. It was
Do you have a girlfriend that wasn't happy about that role?
At the time, I didn't.
Okay, all right.
I have a girlfriend now, but she doesn't know about that one yet.
Well, we'll tell her not to listen to the show.
Cool, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I did happen to find the day that I was an amazing kisser, and and got hit on by almost all the girls on set because of it. It was fun. It was definitely an experience. And
there you go.
Yeah, definitely. It was the crazy thing about it is because when shooting a movie you have take after take after take, and then a bunch of different lineups and stuff. So every time they say action, there's like a minute and a half before dialogue starts where we're just kissing. And we literally did like probably 6 or 7 takes. So
nice.
Yeah,
it's good to be Quinton. It's good to be Quinton. You want to trade places? We'll have you host for a while, and then I'll go act with these beautiful women and to practice my kissing. What about 1982? You played Turtle. Isn't there a turtle on Entourage?
I know, right? 82. This was a friend of mine, Tommy Oliver, who his business partner is Hill Harper, another good friend of mine. Hill Harper, the star CSI New York.
Mm-hmm.
1982 was a story about Tommy Oliver's life, which Hill Harper plays Tommy's father. And I play a guy named Turtle, who was a pawn shop owner who was best friends with Hill Harper's character. And, we basically, we came up together, but I got out the business like 5 years ago. I used to do some shady stuff, and I don't do it no more, change my life around. Got a business now, and, Hill's character kind of comes to me for some information from a dude that I really do not want him getting involved with because I know how he is. And when he does get involved with him, I kind of have his back on, when stuff go down. So that's, the breakdown of my character in that movie. It was a fun movie to shoot. We was in Philly the whole time shooting it, so I got to go to Philly and eat one of the best Philly cheesesteaks I've ever had in my life.
Oh, I love Philly cheesesteak.
Oh my goodness. Best sandwich there is. And yeah, I just had a moment. Sorry. And it was just cool just to be back on the East Coast for a bit. I'm a New York kid, so being in Philly was like an hour and a half away from home, and it kind of felt like home.
Reminisce a little bit, and then you got Broken Doll, and you play Ricky.
Broken Doll is a film that's still in development. They have not got funding for it yet, and I have not got a script for it yet. So that's still in
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
All through production.
As far as Quinton, and I see you playing like the teddy bear roles, like the big teddy bear guy. And we have a lot of producers. In fact, we're producing a couple of projects as well, and we have a lot of producers that do listen to the show, whether they're listening now or they're listening in the archive. Are you open to, it seems like you're pretty busy. You're shooting a lot, you're doing stuff, and I know you're producing stuff yourself. Are you open to more roles? Are you trying to get more into the producing hat? Are you trying to wear the producing hat?
I'm always open to do more things. The reason why I picked up producing and this first film that I'm working on, which I'll get to in a second, I understand a guy my size, there's not much out there. And I'm a think outside of the box kind of guy. So a lot of stuff that comes to me is either the football player or the bouncer or the big guy who is the right-hand man to the other guy. And I kind of like started producing because I wanted to have the experience to be able to put out the films that I have ideas for. Like I constantly come up with ideas for things that I want to do, and I'm not a writer, so I have to collab with some writers and possibly get it done and all that. But I have a love story which takes place in Italy for the most part, and which I play a photojournalist, and with the love for music, and just incorporating a little of myself into the film and things that I like. I love to take pictures, so playing a photojournalist wouldn't be that far from what I actually do.
The paparazzi Quinton.
Take pictures and tell stories.
Hey, you got enough of them being taken of you. Why not switch the role and act like it? That's cool, man.
Yeah, I love to be on the other side of the camera. It's awesome. And then I have another project, which is actually going to be my next one, called, well, I'm not going to say what it's called yet because we don't have anything ready to go yet. But I have a treatment for it, and it's definitely a great project. This one's going to be awesome. And I get a little violent in there. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. A little bit. There's another project that I'm developing as well, which is this one's sort of like a psychological thriller, in which it's going to take a couple of years to get fully divulged together, but let's just say I get a little crazy in here. And this is a side of me that people would not want to see in real life. So I have a lot of different things I'm coming up with, and they're all like think outside of the box, but not too far-fetched that you couldn't believe it's me. And the thing about my work, the stuff that I come up with, that I create, I do not like to be predictable. So if you think that you can predict what the story is 5 minutes in, you're probably going to be wrong.
Oh, like one of those.
On the edge of your seat, yeah. What's going to happen next? That way, you probably should go to the bathroom before you walk into my movies, because you're not going to want to go during the movie.
So you know that nowadays social media and the internet and the way a lot of things are changing. And have you ever thought about going? A lot of the actors, everybody's going to either TV or they're trying to start a social network, or they're trying to get involved with social media in some way. And I know that the industry is kind of revolving. I know a lot of producers. I work with a ton of producers, and it's going to social media. And there's films that are going to be on social media platforms, and there's virtual and stuff. Are you involved in that stuff, or are you just doing the typical standard studio films?
I am doing some studio films, some independent films. I actually have a film that I'm in the process of getting developed, which is it's crazy. It's like a futuristic super assassin type, film which has some politics in it, not a lot, but a little, and it has a lot of action, some comedy, definitely some drama, and it tells a story. A lot of heart in it. So this is one that it's going to be sci-fi-ish, but definitely big budget studio type, work. I have a broad imagination, and the way I put things together. When people actually see what I have to put to the table, they're gonna want to jump on board, from jump. I mean, the love story that I put together like a year ago in the airport. Sandra literally told me that it made her cry when she read what I wrote and sent to her. So it's I have some good stuff. I need to collaborate with some great writers who aren't too expensive because my pockets aren't that heavy right now.
Well, I think you and I mean, we've been friends on the red carpet stuff and the interviews and whatever, but you and I are gonna have to talk, and I'll wear my producer hat. We're gonna have that conversation later on. But now I know you were talking about. I wanted to ask you this. I know on People magazine that you were on the red carpet and you met Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie kissed you on the cheek, and you told People magazine that you'll never wash your cheek. So have you never taken a shower since then, or what?
Well, you know what? I kind of I did wash my cheek. Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I know, but I didn't want to, but I had to because I didn't want a dirty face, But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was at the premiere of her film Salt when that happened, and
we were there too.
I saw her in the middle of the floor, and Brad Pitt actually came up to me and grabbed me and pulled me over to her through a crowd and turned her around and said, baby, look, you know what this is? And she turns around and goes, it's Big Mike. We cried watching him. We cried watching this movie, and this is Brad Pitt. I'm like, wow, this is great. This is crazy. And she grabs me, hugs me, and kisses me on the cheek. I swear it was a 5-second kiss with the most beautiful lips and yeah.
Well, be careful, Brad. Her people might be listening. No, I'm kidding. But hey, that must be a really cool feeling.
I'm congratulating him. Hats off to Brad. Having such an amazing woman.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, that's like the highest, top of the level type of actors that you can get to, and for them to be fans of yours, I mean that must be. It's hard to even describe that, I'm congratulating, man. I'm proud, proud to call you a friend, and now you're going to do much. I predict and foresee you're going to do much bigger things. You're going to be working with Steven Spielberg and Michael Bay and all those people. It's going to happen, and congratulations on everything, man. We got time for one more caller. And I actually want to bring her in because she's actually the president of this radio station along with me and WTV Networks. Her name's Calethea Jenkins. And the reason I want to bring this call in actually is you said that you're a Christian and that she's actually a minister. I think this will be a very unique conversation. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Calethea Jenkins, 619-5981. Calethea, you there?
Hey, Eric.
Hello, Calethea. So you're on the line with myself and Quinton, real good friend of mine, and I know you were listening the whole time. You've been on the line the whole time. And what question do you have for Quinton?
Well, welcome to Build, Grow, and Enjoy, Quinton.
Hello, how are you, Ms. Jenkins?
I'm good. Like Eric said, my name's Calethea, and the president and founder of BGE Radio. I'd just like to say a couple of things. First, I'd like to say congratulations on all your success. And trust and believe. I know the hard work, struggles, sacrifice, and dedication it takes to making your dreams come true. Definitely. And when I, did the vision of Build, Grow, and Enjoy, it came to me, and it was my mission to encourage the next individual in our community that every and anything is possible if you just believe. And you are a testimony today, with you joining us, as to why you should never quit or give up. So you touch my heart, and I look forward to learning more about your foundation. Continued blessings in all your endeavors, and keep God first. Blessings to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Calethea. I wanted to bring you in real quick. We appreciate it. And Calethea is also the executive producer of WTV Network. She keeps the hair on my head. And she's also a minister, so I mean, you guys should talk about behind the scenes. And hey, Quinton, we have about 3 more minutes left, and I know that you've given me many shout-outs, but I want to make sure I have an MP3 so we can chop and edit it and do all the fun stuff. Can you go ahead and give me a shout-out when I count to 3? Hey, I'm Quinton Aaron, and I'm Quinton Aaron, and I'm doing it the easy way.
All right, cool.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, Quinton Aaron, and I'm doing it the easy way. So
try one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Quinton Aaron, and I'm doing it the easy way.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, you've had a really cool, accomplishing career, and I look forward to helping your new projects and your foundation, especially, doing the easy way. And I'm a little bummed you missed yesterday, man. I actually had, and I'm going to announce him. One of my clients, he's actually a financial advisor, and I'm not going to say what he's a financial advisor for, but it's very big stuff. And he's definitely interested in talking to you about your foundation. And there's a lot of people actually involved with the Union Rescue Mission, and some people I work with that would be very interested in that. And also, they back the films and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to supporting everything that you're doing because it's very positive. And I also want to get you in connection with Bella Boo and the teen self-esteem thing. I think the obesity thing and the teen self-esteem thing would be huge. I think mid-October we're going to be doing some sort of launch or opening or signing at a store in San Clemente. Lots of fun stuff, man. So much success to you, Mr. Quinton, and I'm looking forward to bringing you in the studio, live interview on my show on QB, my show with Pepper J Productions. I have 2 green screen studio shows I do as well, and also Actors Eat Chat, which is one of the biggest internet platforms for actors. It's called actorsreporter.com, and it's a show we do that's live, interactive live to a lot of people that can actually ask you questions while we're going along. And if anybody wants to check that out, or you want to check that out, you can go to HollywoodItGuy.com, or I'll send you some links. I'll send you some stuff. But we're going to do some great stuff together, man. Like I said, much success, and we have a little bit more time, so I'm going to let you talk and say your last final words to all your fans out there.
Cool. Thank you. No, well, for anyone who wants to find out more about the foundation and get in touch, I will be texting a picture of my business card to Easy so that he can post it up on the website for the radio show. And on the card we'll have the contact of the executive director, email and phone, and the website. So you can go on the website and, find out more about how you can get involved or help out or, all that good stuff. And also for booking, if you want me to come to where you are and book me for an appearance or, autograph signs, all of that good stuff, you can also contact David Tyler. His name is David Tyler. He also heads the Danny Glover Foundation. And, yeah, definitely reach out to him. He's a good guy based out of Tampa, Florida. All his information will be posted up on the website. And, we can move forward and make this happen.
You're the man, Quinton.
Obesity.
You're the man. All right, guys, you're listening to BGE Radio, powered by WTV. I'm your host, Eric Zuley, doing it the easy way, HollywoodItGuy.com. Check it out. And we'll be back next week with Diamond Dallas Page, man. I can't wait to. I've been a big fan. Diamond Dallas Page next week, guys. We'll see you later.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.